Sharon's VIP Adventures. Today I'm in Grenada, Grenville to be exact. And I'm here with Birchy. Birchy is a farmer in Grenada, but today we're not talking about farming, although he's on the job, as we can see. He wants to talk a little bit about his father, Aidan Jones. Aidan Jones was a renowned musician in Grenada, West Indies. And Birchy wants to tell a side of story that we have not heard before. So Birchy, good morning. Let us hear about your dad, what he did in Grenada, how he contributed music-wise. What happened to your dad?
Well, may his soul rest in peace. And my dad was one of the greatest musicians that had passed through Grenada musically. So he was not a singer, but he was playing all different instruments. He also achieved that skill by he said it's a talent that came from God, because he did not learn to play the musical instruments in no institute. He had just get that gift from God, and he practiced at home and better his craft. He also played the lead guitar. They said that he played it so good that people, some of the times, they don't want to hear the singers, they just want to hear my dad play that guitar. He used to play from 2 strings, so you'd hear 2 notes on that guitar at all time, which would specialize his, you know that's my father playing there. And there's many songs today that's played on the radio still, and you can make out my father picking that guitar. He also a very good keyboard player, right? I remember when Mighty Sparrow came from Trinidad, he did not come with his band, and my father would be a session musician. He took me there personally because we used to live in Canada at that time, to go to play for the Mighty Sparrow, and he was just playing the keyboard. He also arranged music, he read music, and he also write the music. So he write the musical sheets, and he also read the sheets in all different clefs. When I say clefs, it's whether it's the alto clef, the bass clefs, and musicians would understand where I'm coming from. Well, one day my father had played in the Grenville Catholic Church, close to the Grenville Convent, and he that in those days Eric Matthew Gary was the Prime Minister of Grenada. He attended that church and hear my father playing that guitar for one of the songs in the church. Immediately after church, alarmed Mr. Clary Simon, who was from Granville too, and tell him that he would like my father to come and visit him because he has an immediately job for him to be the captain of the Grenada Police Band, or the instructor of the Grenada Police Band. My father went to see Mr. Eric Matthew Gary, and he was accepted. Eric Matthew Gary and my father became best friends at that time, and my father became the instructor of the Grenada Police Band. I remember when I was a young boy growing up, my father in August holidays used to take me there to listen and to witness that he's training the police band, and that used to be in St. George's at the Melville Street area. All right. My father had trained many musicians and arranged musicians. For example, the Moss International group that was led by Mr. Don Charles, who was part of his family, and he also had trained Don Charles to play the guitar and the keyboard at a very early age. My father also used to arrange for Moss International in specific times. He also arranged the music for many Calypsonians, and he was also a judge. I remember when there was the stadium, and there was Queen's Park at that time, where the March Gras used to be taking place. My father would be a judge, but before that he used to arrange for African Teller. He was Lady Sinti, and a lot of these musicians that I could recall, right? Many more that I would not be able to tell you off my head right now, right? My father, at 1982, that's 2 years after the revolution, my father migrated to Canada. But before he had migrated to Canada, Eric Matthew Gary had seen so much of wonderful work, musical work that my father did, and he had a large family, which we had 5 brothers and 2 sisters, and my mom. So we had a huge family in the Granda area, which my Eric Machigiri had assigned my father to a very big house that would accommodate to all his father, which we owned right now, which we are living in right now. And that's where the Grandber's Peaches Craft Shop is right now. So that was my family home before we migrated to Canada. It's still my family home with those that is living in Grenada. Anyhow, moving on, that my father also, in 1979, when the revolution occurred, because my father was so known and was in all different parties with Mr. Eric Machigevi, people thought that my father would be eliminated with Eric Machigeri because he was in all parties. He also was skipper in a band in Birchy called Rhythm Riders. They migrated to England by the lead singer, which was named Unlucky. That's the name that I knew him as, because my father used to always take me everywhere he goes to play music. They made a hits that is still playing on the radio today. When the band went to England, some of the members stayed up there, and that caused the splitting up of the band. My father